Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I'm going to teach how to make the CRUD application using Spring Boot plus Angular. Spring Boot I'm using a backend application, front-end application I'm using a Angular. So how to do the CRUD application step by step? I'll show the demo first. First I'm going to here I'm going to type the name. So type and type India mobile number got time. If you click submit button, employee registered successfully. Now you can see the register employee over here showing here. If you want to edit the record, click edit button. Here all the table record will be display on the form for easy for edit. Okay, if you want to make a changes, NS, you have to change USA something like that. For mobile number, if you have change like this, click submit button. Employee registered updated. Here you have do both operations in the same button, edit and update. Right. So here where update record will be shown here. If you want to delete the record, if you click delete button, employee deleted. Right? The simple application how to do step by step will teach. Okay, let me see. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I am going to teach how to make the CRUD application project using Spring Boot with front-end application Angular. So how to do the program step by step will teach. First we are starting from the backend. After complete the backend, we have to connect the front end. So backend, we are using the Spring Boot. How the Spring architecture work, I already upload the video. If you are not watched the video, you just go in my video description. I have give the link. You just click and watch it. So as a brief, I have explained over here. When the request is coming from the front end will be passing the request to the controller. Controller is the person who passing the request to the service. Service will be passing the request to the repository. Repository is the part which communicate with the database and get back the data. Okay, the repository is the part which will be communicated with the database. This is the simple scenario how the Spring Boot architecture works. Okay, this I have explained deeply. You just go and click and watch it. Okay, this based on this scenario, I have make my Spring Boot application. So let's go to the Google and type create the Spring Boot application. You have to type Spring Initializer. It goes to the respective website over here. Click on this the link. It goes to respective website. Here you have to configure your project. Here project. Here you have to select as Maven. Project you have to select as Maven. Here Maven. Language Java. Spring Boot. You have to select as a default is 3.0.0. Okay, default we have to leave it as it is, but no problem. Okay, let's see, select this one. Below version we will select. Okay, 2.7.6, right? Now here we have to give the group. So we have to give here over here. We have to write example here, right? Spring CRUD. Demo also you have to give Spring. You have to write Spring Angular project, right? Right. Now here we have to give jar over here. So jar, if you want, you can here. This is how your package has created. Com Spring CRUD Spring Angular, right? You can give any name. You can give here instead of here project. You give project. Chrome project. Here it's this how your package has been created. If you want, you will be able to create, write a description as well. Okay, this how your package has been com project Spring Angular. So group name. This is the your project here Spring Angular, right? The package I'm going to select a jar version. You select as Java 8. Java 8 is a stable version in Java program. Okay, stable version you have to select as Java 8. If you are not touched the if you are not installed Java 8, you must install Java 8. Java is it is a stable version. Okay. After that, I'm going to go to add the dependencies. So I'm going to go to add the dependency. First is web. It will be communicate with the RESTful API. After that, I'm going to add another dependency, which is a JPA, which will be write in the SQL queries. It should be write in the SQL queries. Okay. After that, you have to write the MySQL. It should be communicate. This is my database. Okay. These three dependencies. I have to download them. Web, JPA, MySQL. These three dependencies. Very important stuff. Right. Now, after done all the stuff, click generate. Now your zip file is generated successfully. Right click, show in folder. So this is the project. You are just cut this one here. I'm going to make my project directory as F. Right click, paste it. I'm going to zip file, extract files. You have to right. After that, if you are not install the IntelliJ IDEA, you have to install the IntelliJ IDEA. This is a professional editor which write the Spring Boot application. Okay, you must download the IntelliJ IDEA. Okay, so I already installed it, right? IntelliJ IDEA. Okay, so after done the stuff, you have to import your project, right? So go to the file. Here you have to write open. I have created my project. It's inside the F drive. Its name is Spring. What's the name you have created? Spring Web, right? Spring Angular, right? Spring Angular. Here, this is the project. Not open like this. You have to expand here. This is the folder. Okay. Don't open here. Okay. Inside, if you have expand it, inside here, there is a folder which is a Spring Angular. You can see here. Inside the project also, there is a folder. It will be created. Here also, click and OK. You have to open, preview the safe mode. Trust project, new window. Okay. This is how we have to open the project in your IntelliJ IDEA. Okay, it will be configured and successfully imported your project in IntelliJ IDEA. Very simple. This is the first thing you must do it. Okay, here you have to wait until all the Maven dependencies and all the things you have to it will be completed. Okay, you have to wait until the dependencies get installed. Okay, don't close anything else. It will be configuring you all the dependencies in the pom.xml file. This is a very important file in the Spring Boot application, pom.xml file, which will be include all the dependencies. Okay. After install your dependency, you have to expand the project. You can see the pom.xml. Here we are. You can see all the dependency what you are installed. Here, when you configuration the project, you have to select web, MySQL connector, and JP. All things are there. Right. Now, first go to the SRC folder. It is SRC main Java. Here you can see here this is the main class of Java. It's a main class. Public static main. Okay, this is the main class. Right. So inside the resources, application dot properties, here we have to connect the port and everything you have to configure over here. Right. These things we have to study in few minutes. Now let's back to our main package. This is a main package. Inside the main package we have a main class. Now select the main package. The main package is reside on where? Inside the SRC folder, main Java package. This package I'm going to create the new package. Select the package and here I'm going to create the package. This one as a customer controller. Press enter key. Your package has been created. I'm going to go to create another package. This one should be the customer repo. After I'm going to create another package, which is a DTO. Another package which is a this all the package will be created. Okay. Entity. You have to create the project entity. create another package which is a service. 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 Right. We have create all the packages. Perfect. Now first, I'm going to start my project in controller. Right? Controller. So we have to create a class. Right click new class customer controller. Class I'm going to create the class which is a customer controller class I have created. Right? This is the thing we have to do it first. Right. Now first what I'm going to do is here we have to add the annotation. It's a REST controller because we have to uh, communicate with the RESTful API front end to back end. It's called as RESTful API. You have to write a REST controller here. If you write at, you can press write R, press letter. It asks the properties. You have to select the REST controller over here. It implement the imports. After that, I'm going to import the another thing is a cross origin. Cross origin. After that, we have to import another thing is a request mapping. Request mapping. Right. This annotation is must. This is the request mapping where we have do all the request. Get request, post request, patch request, all things with request mapping. It handles the order request. So here, so all the request handled by, you have to give the URL over here. So you have to write in professional way. You have to write app API. You have to write like this. The version 1. Here custom. You have to write like this. This is a professional way to write. Okay. This is a professional way to write. When the request is coming, you have to write like this. This is the customer version 1. You have to write like this. Here you have to write the when the post request slash post. But the get request, right? So this all things are handling by in Spring Boot very simply get mapping, post mapping. This all the things are it will be done. Right. Now first what I'm going to do is I'm going to we have to write save data. So first I'm going to do the method which is a post mapping. When you save data, you have to write the post mapping. Efficient, we have to write the path. You have to write here. Inside the double quotation, you have to write save method. Right? Save method. Here you have to write there. You have to write public. You have to write the method string save customer. Save customer. Here you have to write request body. So that the request body, you have to import that all present key is away. After that, you have to write here customer. So that customer save. Customer save. Customer, you have to write instead of customer DTO. You write customer DTO. Here you write customer DTO. You have to write here customer DTO. You have to write it simply. You have to write like this. Simply you have to write like this. Okay, that's the thing you have to write like this. After that you have to open and close brackets. Right. We haven't created the ATO. That's why it will be show the error. Okay, so you have to click on this one. This will create the class. Okay, so we have to create the class. That's then the error go away. No problem. We'll be do it right. So after that, what you're going to do is I'm going to go to the entity first. First, I'm going to go to the entities, right? So entities, I'm going to create all the entities over here. So first, right click, new class. This class I'm going to say customer. Customer. It's a customer class. You have to create the entities, right? Customer class. First, you have to define the table name which is in your database. I have created the table name, which is I'm going to create a table name equal customer. This table annotation Alt plus enter key, it will implement the table, right? So after that, what you're going to do is you have to write here, you have to specify the columns. I need customer ID, name, address, mobile. So you write, you have to write, specify the column name. So you have to write private, so write private customer int customer ID, in customer ID, you write customer ID. You have to write your the same thing, control C, copy, control V. This one should be the string customer name, customer name. After that, mobile number. Mobile number also I'm going to create private int mobile. You have to write like simply you have to create three variables. Okay, you have to create three variables, right? Now what you're going to do is these three variables, I'm going to do it. You have to set the get and set method, constructor, all the things you have to import. So right click here or here, generate customer. You have to import these three customers. Hold on shift key down, import all. Click OK. Or they have to create the empty constructor as well. So select here, right click, generate constructor, select non-constructor. Okay, this is non-constructor. After that, I'm going to create get and set method. Right click, generate. You have get and set method, getter and setter. We import this get and set method. All then the shift key down, select all things. You have to write what is the things. Here I have a mistake, one mistake. You have to remove them. Again, we have leave one field. We need customer ID, customer address also I haven't given. Customer address. Right, perfect. Okay, I have forgot this one. Right. Now let's right click. Now you generate constructor. We have to create the parameters constructor first. After that, empty constructor. Right click. Refactor. Sorry. Generate constructor, which is empty constructor. After that, we have to generate the get and set method. So right click. Generate get and set method. Select all. Okay. After that, we have to write the method which is string. Right click. So right click. Generate. Here right you have to select the toString method. Select all the properties. Okay. This is all the things you need to create. Okay, perfect. Right, this one things is perfect. Right. After that, what you are going to do is I'm going to go to these things. I'm going to do all the things in the. You have to separate this one. You have to put the data type, all the things here, the table name, all the things auto generate, all the stuff you have to define over here. Only the code part. So at ID, you have to write ID. You have to write column. You have created the column in your database. You have to write like this: customer ID. You have to create the column as customer ID. Comma length 50. So it is the length as 50. You have to or press enter key and okay, value. So not value, you have to write name. This one the name, not value, this name, right? The column name, right? The same thing. We have to do the another thing is that this is the customer name as a generated value, auto generated value. So you have to write the another annotation. You have to import that. All things I work as a annotation. Generated value. You have to write strategy equal generate type auto. You have to implement this one. Perfect. After that, you have to write the another column which is a customer name. The same column you have to copy this one. It's a customer name. Third one, this one should be a length. You have to specify the same length. No problem. This thing should be address. You have to write address also 60. Customer name is this column should be address. After that, you have to write another column. You have to create as mobile. The same thing. You have to copy it. This column in your database mobile. Character 12 you have to write. Okay, so here these are the column names in your database table. Okay, this is your entity data, right? This is your database table. This column means a database. It reside on the database columns. Okay, this is a professional way to you have to write the application. Okay, when you do the programming, you have to do the with professional. This is how you have to do the professional, right? After that, what you're going to do is, I'm going to go to create the DTO as well. Select the DTO, right click, DTO class. So the class, this one should be you have to write as you have to write a DTO class. You have to create as customer DTO. Press enter key. Now your DTO has been created successfully. Now what you are going to do is here, I'm going to copy this the entity. It's all things only that copy these things back to your DTO, paste it over here. We don't need this column names, all the things. It's just we have to sending the data. The data is sending to the DTO, right? So this all things you have to build. Only the DTO we have to build. Only that this data will be, you have to pass it over here. Here also we have to write the get and set method as well. So DTO also we have get and set method. So how to pass it? First you have to write right click, generate constructor, or then shift key in import all the constructor. This is a parameter constructor. After that we have to write another thing is a right click, generate constructor none. After that you have to write another thing is a get and set method. Right click, generate get and set method. Select all the things, import this one. After that you have to write right click, you have to write generate, you have to write toString method. Select all the things, right? Perfect. Now the thing is perfect. Now working perfect. Now what you are going to do is, let's back to the controller again. Right. Now we done all the time. We have to import the DTO over here now. Or press enter key. Now your DTO is imported over here. This all the your DTO. This all your DTO here. It will be imported into your controller DTO. This DTO. This what happen is, this all the things, customer ID, customer name, address. This all the fields will be, if you write like this, get body customer customer DTO, it all getting this object, right? This is how we have to do the programming perfectly. This is an efficient way to do the programming, right? Now what you are going to do is here, I'm going to create a string ID equal, so write customer service, the the controller which communicate with the, where it will be communicated service here. Okay, so we have to write, we didn't. Now here we have to, let's back to our service class. So service, I'm going to create two things. First is a right click, new. Here first you have to create the interface class. You have to create the interface, which is a you have to write customer service. This is the interface. After that you have to create the class inside here. Class, you have to write customer service IMPL. Right. You have to create two things, class and IMPL. Right. Perfect. Now here this is the customer interface. This is a class, AMPL class. This is an interface implementer class. Now let's go to the controller. Now here I'm going to create the AutoWare here. Here where we have to access the controller service. So we have to write AutoWare annotation. AutoWare. Right. Here we have to write private customer service. You have to write Customer service here, right? Now here we have to write this customer service. You have to call it over here. Customer service. I'm going to create the method which is the add customers. Add customer. Add customer. Here you have to write customer. This one. Customer DTO. Here you have to write customer DTO over here. Right. Perfect. You have to get the data. You have to pass in the data. All the when you save the data, this all the data we have the customer DTO here. This all the data is coming. Okay. Right. So it will be passing here. The add customer method. You have to write here return ID. After add the record, you have to return the ID. Return ID. Right. Now here, this method I'm going to create it in our create the method in the service. Okay. Here it automatically here. If you write like this, customer service here. If you write like this, it automatically this method will be created. Yeah. It will be created. Service. Perfect. The method will be created in the service. Okay. Now what you are going to do is after that you have to write the customer service IMPL implements. You have to get the implements keyword which implements the customer service. Right? It's not a task to import the implement the methods. You have one method which is add customer. Perfect. Okay. Now you have idea. When you save the record, it passes the records to the service. Okay. This DTO, this all the fields. Okay. Now it's coming from the come to here. You're calling the service as at the created the method which is at customer. It passing the IMP. Here we have to write the code here. Right here, write the code. Right. So here first what I'm going to do is here. So write simply. We write over here. Now here what I'm going to do is here you can see here customer DTO. Now I'm going to add the records. Add the record. You can see here in our DTO we have a four variable you have created, right? ID should be auto increment. So what I'm going to do is instead of that simply the DTO I'm going to create two different DTO. It's very simple, right? So one is for the customer save purpose, another one for customer update purpose. For select the DTO package, right click, new. Here I'm going to create a class which is a customer save DTO. Second class I'm going to create, select the package, right click, new, customer update DTO. We have created two different DTO. Okay, customer two different DTO. Here what I'm going to do is the same thing. I copy and paste it. Nothing do it here. Here just copy this all the things what you are doing here. Okay, just copy and paste inside this DTO. Save DTO. Right? Only thing you have to paste it over here. Here we have to change this one as a customer DTO. Only thing we have to all thing you have to make it all thing as customer DTO. Only the thing we have to do it. The save part we no need the ID, so we have to remove the ID. Okay, we no need the ID save part. Okay, we have to when you save the record, this record is coming here, so we no need the ID at the moment, right? So we no need the ID, right? Only the save part, right? So after the update part we need ID. So here this is the main DTO file. So I'm going to copy it again, paste it over here inside this class. Here we need ID only with the class name you have changed it. This is our constructor. It's a blank constructor. On the class name you have changed it as a this one should be the update. Okay. When you update the record, we need ID. When you save the record, we no need a ID. Okay, we no need a ID. Okay, customer save. That's it. Here this one also we no need the ID. Here this also ID also I add a get and set method also ID is there. We no need the ID. Right? Though here also we no need the ID. This line we have to remove it. We remove the things. Okay. That's it. That's the thing. Right. Perfect. Now that's it. That's the thing we have tried. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is now, if you save the record here, if you create the two different customer save DTO, update DTO, it's very professional, very simple. Have to make the program. If you are creating instead of that one DTO, it is very professional. Go to the customer controller. Here we have saved the record. So how to save the record? We have to use which DTO? Earlier we used customer DTO. Instead of that, we have used the customer save DTO. So how to write this one here? Customer save DTO. Customer save DTO. Here also we have changed this one as a customer save DTO. Perfect. Right. Now this object we have to pass it over here. Right? Pass it over here. Here, this is not error. It has to migrate this one. You have to change it as this customer DTO, customer save DTO. So this function is goes where customer service. Customer service also we have to change this one as a customer save DTO. Customer save DTO. So customer save DTO. This one also customer create the object as customer save DTO. Customer save DTO. That's it. Okay, so here one problem here. This one customers save DTO, save DTO. Wow, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the our class. So here, what I'm going to do is it has to change this one. Here, you have to interface. We have to change this one as a customer save DTO. Customer save DTO. Right now, the error go away. Here, this one has to implement the customer save DTO. Perfect. Okay, we have changed it. Simply, we have changed everything. Okay, earlier we linked as customer DTO. Instead of that, we have to create two different DTOs, customer save DTO and update DTO. It's very simple. So that I have create instead of one, if you create separate two things, it's very simple to we complete the project. Perfect. Right? Follow the instruction. It's very simple instruction I given. After that, you have to create the object customer. You have to write the customer. The customer means this is the entity. This which is the entity. This entity means this is the entity. Customer entity class. You have to create the object customer equal new customer. Here inside here, what I'm going to do is we have to call the service. Okay, service means customer save DTO. Here, this one. Customer save DTO. Copy and paste it over here. You have to get a get and set method. What are the things we need? Customer save DTO, you can see. Now this time the properties ID is not available. So we remove the ID. So here only we have three fields: get mobile, get customer name, get address. So first here we have to store this customer name, comma. Second one I'm going to control C copy, control V to paste over here. This one should be customer DTO. Get customer address, comma, customer save DTO dot get customer mobile. That's it. Get customer mobile. What is the problem we have? Get customer mobile. Okay. Now here what I'm going to do is you have to close it. After this is not an error, it asks to implement the signature. String int. So this one should be the string, this one should be the string, it should be the string. Okay, so you have to change this one. Click on the signature. So you have to these are the three things we are going to add into our database table. Okay, so here it asks the signature, so we need only three things. Right, ID should be auto increment. Right, perfect. That's the thing you have to do. Here we have to return. Now you have to return. Before that, I have created the customer repo. Here we have to write the queries. Okay, so we have right click. I'm going to create the repo. Repo as a interface. You have to write customer repo. Right. Right. Now here first we have to add the annotation. Enable JPA repository. Second one I'm going to implement the repository. Right. Now here what I'm going to do is here repo extend You have to write the JPA repository. Here we have to write pass the customer entity integer. You have to give this integer. Integer means this is the primary key. You have to set the primary key. Customer is a entity. Okay. The finally, after the service, we have to pass the records to where DTO. DTO is a path which will be communicated with the database. So that's why I finally have created the DTO. So sorry, repo. Okay, repo. You have to create this one. Okay, this method has lot of option. Okay, we find all the things it will be right. Okay, so inside this method, right. So now what I'm going to do is, now here, if you go inside this method, you can see here list, find all the methods you will be able to see. Repo. It has a predefined methods here. All down the control key down and click here, you will be able to see all the whatever method here. So all things reside here. If you want to search the employees, insert the employee, all things done here. The JPA repository. Okay, we have to first you have to send this one here, this one here. It's working like this. You have send this one. This all things are send it through here. Your repo is coming here. Do the operation. It sending the record to the database and insert the record into the database. Right. That's the thing you have to do. After that, what I'm going to do is let's back to our customer. Back to our customer service. Now here, after that, I'm going to here have to get AutoWare as a repo. So you have to write AutoWare. So type here private customer repo. Right. Now here we have get this repo. So right here dot save this customer. You have to add it over here. That's the thing you have to write. After add the records, you write here return customer. This customer dot get customer name. That's it. Simply we have to do the things. Right. Very simple. This how we have to save the record into the database. Very simple. So let's see how to do the task. After that, let's go to the inside the resources folder. We have a file called application.properties. Here where this code I just copied and paste it over here. Right. So here in this code, we have specified the port which running your application. This is the port which running your application. Right. So if you want, you will be able to change the port. Here this is the first time you have to create the database. Here database here. What is the database you have to create? You have to write string JPA hibernate. You have to create. Here the MySQL. The driver will be the MySQL driver. You have to write com MySQL. This is the new version of MySQL driver. This is the path where your database is resided. Okay. This is the port where your database running. This is your database name, which is a GMS code. Whatever name you can give the database name over here. Right. So this is a root. Username password is root. I have set as username root, password as root while I installing the MySQL workbench. So you must install the MySQL workbench. Okay, so here the MySQL workbench I already installed. You have to install them. Okay, while installing, what the username you have given, the same username and password you have give here. Right. That's the only thing you have to do. This is the JPA config. This is all the things you just copy and paste this codes. Right, simple stuff. Now let's run the application and check and save all the things we save. Now let's open the postman and first we will be checking on the postman. This is the post request. Okay, so how the request is going, I'll be show the flow. It is the service. This one should be the save method. When the save method is called, it goes to the service. Service will be passing to where? Service will be passing to IMPL. Okay, service will be passing to IMPL. IMPL, you have tried over here the one thing is service. That annotation we forgot to write the annotation is must. Annotation is must. Okay, right. That's how the working. This one should be the passing to a repo. Repo is communicate the database and add the record into the database. Right. Now let's save. Now what I'm going to do, let's go and check it the entity. So entity also we have to we forgot to return the entity. This one should be the our entity class. The annotation I have forgot it. Right. This is the thing you have to do. You have to do. This is the port where it's running. If you want, you can change the port. Whatever port you can change. Now I'm going to change the port like this. Right. Now let's run. Okay. The port you will be the annotation is must while running the application. Now you can see the application is running. The table is creating here. The table is creating here. Your new table is creating. Right. Your application running successfully. You can get the message. Now what I'm going to do is will be tested into our Postman. Now here we have to write the URL. Out the right URL, we have to write URL like this. Just copy it here. I just go to here. We have to write what is the port? The port will be 4 HTTP localhost 4 API. This one running like this. So tested like this. Controller API version customer. You have to call the method which is a save. Okay. Now here in our body we have to type something. Your body row you have to type the JSON format. So here how to done the here. Right, something I just change it as our program. Right, this sorry, not here, this one. Right here, this is our program. So this one name, I'm going to change the name here as what is the name? Here Peter. Right, here address, and change it as India. Phone number mobile. What is the field we have typed? But give the correct one, then only it will work. Mobile, not phone number, mobile. You have to write like this. Now let's click save send button. See here, it's working. If it is one mean, it's working. Now you can see here in the database whether it's server or not. This is your database. The database you have to click here, data source. Here you can see here rights coder in Spring Boot application. So IntelliJ ID here, database here, data source. You have to select the database as MySQL. Okay, localhost, the username root, password root. You will be able to see here. What is the database we have created? Or if you have forgot it, you have to see here again. GMS code. This database, GMS code. Again, I'm going to go here. Select the plus mark. Data source, MySQL. Root. Database name, GMS code. Apply. OK. This is how we have configured the database. Okay. Right. This is your database GMS code. You can see the inside the customer table is created. You double click on the customer table. What is the data? What is this? All things are put null. Customer ID, address, mobile number. Let's go back. Here, data adding null. What you have to do is here, go to the entity. Here, what I'm going to do is the problem is here. This one I'm going to remove it because the data is adding via the entity, right? The service IMPL. You can see here the three customer name, address, and mobile number. It comes the DTO here. This parameter. So I'm going to remove it, and again I'm going to create. So I'm going to create generate constructor. I need only three fields. Hold on the shift key down and select these three fields. Click OK. Now it will be created. Because early it will be blank. That's why it will be on for. Right here it will be blank. What I did here is here this one IFPL. I just implement the signature only. But the data will be blank earlier. Okay, you can see if you undo it, you can see here it's blank. That's why record is not added. So if you are right click, generate constructor, I need this three fields. We have to add it. Now we're coming to the data over here. Now let's run the application check. Okay, if you get the error, something in Spring Boot null, you have to test it. You can come and test. So all the constructor include here, the data is set or not. If the data is not set, the error will be displayed. Right. Now I'm going to add the same data, sending. Sorry, it won't. Right, it's still running. That's right. Now now it's right now it's okay. Now it's click sending. Now you can see Peter will be added. Right, perfect. Now let's go to the database and check. Now you can go and to database and check. Okay, this one table. Now refresh it. Now you can see India Peter is added. Right. Now let's do the retrieve the data from the database. So I'm going to go to the customer controller. This is a controller. We are starting from the controller. You see here. Here I'm going to create another mapping. That is a get mapping. If you get the data, you have to use the get mapping. So you paste it over the same thing instead of writing again. Only the thing you have to change here is this is a get mapping. That's it. The path get all customers. Get all customers. Right, get all customers. When the request is coming, this get all customers. Right. Now here public, this one should be there. We have to give right here is a list. Okay, you have to pass a list. So you have to write the list over here. Public, this one should be the list. If you are get the reason, you have to write list. Okay, we have to import the list. Okay, then only it will be added the list table. Right, so here list. Okay, list request. Here we have a list. What you're going to do is here we no need them. I'm going to list. We have to call the DTO. DTO is the where data is loaded. So customer DTO, that's the DTO we have added. The method you have to write it here is get all customers. Get all customers. Right, that's it. That's the thing you have to write. Okay. Now you have to write this one here. List customer DTO. Customer DTO. All customers equal all customer equal. You have to write customer service dot get all customers. Here we have to customers. You have to return these all customers. Right, perfect. Now here you can see when the request is coming from like this, we have to load the customer details. So here what I'm going to do is here the get all customer we have to create it on the service. So how to create? Select here. This is the efficient way to do the program. Click here. Create the method is service class. Here service class the method is created successfully. Now here one problem. This create class. You click here. Here also implement the methods. Here very simple. DTO. Okay, now here implementation. Here you have to retrieve the record from the database. So how to retrieve the customer data from the database. So here we have write here list customer DTO all the customers. So here we have write list. You have write list. You have list customers. This customer get customers equal customer report. This is the query we have written. Customer repo. All the query should be managed by the customer repo. Dot find all. The find all method will be, I already showed, the find all method will be reside on JPA. Here, hold on the control key and you can click over here. Here, the find all the method will be there. So that we have to call the repo. Okay, you have to understand first. That is must. Understanding the must. Okay, get all customer, right? So back here, again draw here, find all. Now you have write list. You have to write the DTO. Okay, this one should be the customer entity. We have to add the records. Here DTO is record is coming via the DTO. Okay, customer DTO. Customer DTO. Customer DTO. Here you have to write customer DTO list. You have to write customer DTO list. Create it. Write customer DTO list equal new array list. Array list. Here you have to create the for loop for customers. To create the object customer object a something colon. So write the for loop get customers. Okay, customer, this is the entity is customer, get customers, right? This customer. Okay, now you have set it here, this all the data, set it here in the DTO. So we have to write the customer DTO dot, it will create customer DTO equal new customer DTO. Look at this object customer DTO. This here we have to pass this one this a dot get customer ID. We need all the records. Customer ID, comma a dot get, sorry, a dot get customer name, comma a dot get customer address, comma a dot mobile get mobile. Right, perfect. Right, now here we have to close it. Now here we have to write here customer DTO list dot add the right customer DTO. Pass it over here. That's the thing you have to write. Right? After that, you have to return this customer list. That's it. Right? That's the simple code you have to write. Instead of creating the simple code you have to write. So here the first you have to load the entities. Entities where this one customer and customer. This entity where record is added into the database via the entities. DTO, the record is coming via the DTOs. This is the DTO. Record is coming. You have to write a customer DTO, the common DTO. You have to get it. So here you have to create the object. This one. So here what I did here is customer DTO have create the object this. Okay. So this all the data we have to add it into the this list to add into customer DTO. Right? It will return. Okay. So this is how we are passing the data. This is the passing the data into the customer means this entity. This all the data we have set it and passing to the customer entity, right? The entity will be passing it as via repo. Okay, so that's how the process works. Now let's test it. Save all, run the program again, stop and run. Right, it's working here. Now let's test that. This time the request is coming from this one. Get all. Select this one. Back it over here. Get all customers. This one, this time this is a get method. Send it. Here only the Peter record should be there. Only one record is there, it will be displayed. Perfect. The get method will be working perfect. Okay, get all the custom details. Now let's go to do the another thing is update. Right? So update. Now let's back to our Spring Boot application. I'm going to go to the update part. Update part also, what you're going to do is same thing. Copy it, paste it over here instead of writing. Okay, it's very simple. You have to write like this, you have to maintain like this, very simple. So with the post mapping, this also we have to use post mapping. So update. Update. Right. Here also string. Here also update customer. Request body. Here right, this one should be the entity. What is the entity you have created? Customer update. So you have to change this one as a customer update. Customer update. DTO. Here we have to write simply customer update DTO. That's it. Simple. Now here what I'm going to do is, now here we have to update the record. So we have to write a service. Service as a method we have to create here as update. Update. We have to create the method. Update customers. Simply you have to create the method customers. Okay, we have to write this one. This DTO object you have to pass it over here. That's it. That's the thing you have to write. After that, what you're going to do is here, this update method you have to create the create method inside here, customer service. Right? Now here one problem, you click on this one. Here you have to import the implement methods. Click OK. The method will be imported successfully. Perfect. The thing is perfect. Now what I'm going to do is here, let's, now here first what I'm going to do is, here first, what I'm going to do is update customer. You have to write first, you have to write if customer repo, where's the customer repo dot, there's an exist method. The customer record is exist, you have to check exist by the ID. Customer update DTO is customer update DTO dot get customer ID. You have to check it. Right? You have to check it. Now here write open and close bracket. Right? Now here we have write customer dot get the object customer equal, you have to communicate the customer repo. Where's the customer repo? Here we have to write the coriander. Right? It's managed by the repo. Get ID. Get ID. Customer update. This customer update, you have to pass it over here. Update. You have to pass it over here. Customer update. Customer update. DTO dot get customer ID. Right? Customer ID. You have to pass it the customer ID if the customer is exist. Now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the details for update. So customer, this customer, this is the entity, customer entity is object here, the customer dot, you have to set customer name here, update request. Come here, this one, update DTO dot get customer name. Same thing, control C to copy, control V to paste over here. This one should be set customer address DTO dot get customer address. Sorry, this one set customer address. Sorry, customer address. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to type here customer dot set customer get set customer mobile. Here right, customer DTO dot get customer mobile. That's it. We have done the stuff. That's the thing we have to write over here. Right. Now here, what I'm going to do is here we have to write customer repo. You write the repo. Here we have to save all the details. So save. Save function. Here also save, not update function, save. Okay, the customer, this customer is saved. It will be updated. Perfect. See any problem, you have write else, you have write stout, you have write SOUT, you have write here customer ID doesn't exist, do not exist, do not exist. If the ID is found only, it will be work. If the ID is not found, it won't work. Right? That's the thing. It will be working. That's it. Now here also else if close it. Here you have write. Here after that you have write return null. That's it. Perfect. Right? The thing is perfect. Right. What are things? Right. Thing is perfect. That's it. Okay. Now let's check whether it's working fine or not. Let's go back here. This time this is what is the request is coming. Go to the controller. Request is coming. Update. The record is coming update. The same thing. Here you write the body tag. Here you change update. Which customer I'm going to update? This customer I'm going to update. What's the customer ID? It will be 1. I'm going to update the customer ID 1. So here what I'm going to do is here customer ID, same customer ID. I'm going to copy paste it over here. This should be 1. I'm change the Peter S India, just like put change something else, right? Here write update method. Here also I'm going to change this one as a here write this one as a post method. Click here. Here customer update. There's a sorry, we haven't run the program. That's the problem. We haven't run. We already done the things, but I haven't run it. So we haven't run it. First you have to run. Okay, then only the update is working. We haven't run it. Right. That's why it telling there is no URL found. Right. Now it's okay. Now let's test it. Click send. It's 1. 1 means well, let me go back to our database and check whether it's working fine or not. Our database is where? It's a database customer. Here it's working. Here it's working. Peter S India is it's working. So right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the CRED operation. The final thing is a delete record. Delete record. We have to delete the record. So we have to use the API which is a delete mapping. So here the same API, this one mapping at close. This one, if you delete the record, you have write the delete it. Delete, you have write delete mapping. There is an annotation which is a delete mapping. In Spring Boot here, it's simple. You have to assign the annotation. Delete mapping here. When the request is coming, write like this. Delete, you have to delete customer. Here, you have to delete customer. You have to write slash ID. You have to write ID. What's the ID you are coming here? Record will be deleted. Okay, delete that. Right now here we have to write this one should be delete customer. Delete customer. Here we have to get the ID. So how to get the ID? This one we have a we no need them. You have to write path variable, your value ID. This one should be int ID. Now you have to write this one to be boolean delete customer. So write like this equal customer service, where we have to delete the record. It will be delete. You write delete customer ID, delete customer. Here write ID, return deleted. That's it. That's the thing you have to write. Now this method I am going to create. So select this one. Click here. The method is created via customer service. It will be created here. You can see it is created. Now what you are going to do is we have to this method we have to implement it to IMPL. Here this one you have to import it into where it will be imported into the IMPL class, right? So we have to click and import it, right? Now here where I have to do the delete part. So here what I'm going to first you have to check whether this customer is exist or not. Okay, so first you have to write customer repo dot exist by ID. This ID you have to write customer repo. You have to write customer repo dot delete by ID. Delete by ID. Right. Delete by ID. Right. Else what you're going to do is customer ID. Shout your right shout customer ID not found. Customer ID not found. Found. Right. It's written true. That's it. That's the thing you have to write. Perfect. Right? Perfect. Now let's say wall. How to check this one as when the request is coming this, right? Delete customer ID. Back to my postman. Here, you have to paste it over here. Delete customer. This one should be ID. What is the ID you are typing? It record will be ID1. Then what is the mapping? You have to select as delete mapping. Okay, now you have to run the project. Then you have to run the project again. Then any mistakes, it will be working. Right, it's running perfectly well without any error. Now let's click send. Delete it. Now it's working perfectly well. Now it's working perfectly well. Now my backend part is working perfectly well. Now let me do the front end part as Angular. Hi, welcome back. In our last video, we completed the backend part. In this class, I'm going to talk about the front end part using the Spring Boot application, which is Angular. So we have to create the separate folder, which is a Spring Cred. Whatever name you can give the project name. Inside this folder, I'm going to put into my this one. This project folder, I'm going to put it. Cut here and paste here. Right. This is a complete backend part. I'm going to paste it over here. Now here the simple this folder, inside this folder we have create a new folder which is a front end part, right? Front end I'm going to install the Angular, right? So Angular, how to install the Angular in your CLI in your machine? You just go to visit the site which is a Angular CLI. Just go to the respective CLI, click on this one. Here you have installed the Angular program. Here Angular CLI. You just copy this one. npm install g at Angular CLI. Go to here, type cmd, paste it over here. Right. Now you have to wait until the project configuration completed. After configure the Angular CLI configuration, after that I'm going to create the new project, front-end application project. So you have to type the command ng new. You have a project name. So you have to write here, control C to copy this one. Back to here and paste it. This one I'm going to do it here. Front-end. Cred front-end. I'm just cred front-end. Press enter key. Now you have to wait until the project get installed. So write yes, y, SCSS, press enter key. Now you have to wait until the installation has been completed. After install successfully, we have to run the application. So we have to run the application using ng serve. Now you have to type the command ng serve. Press enter key. Now you can see your ng serve. Right. The problem is here. What the thing is, we have to we done the ng new cred front application. We have to go to cd You have to go inside this folder. Cred frontend. Frontend. Now not time front end. I type like this. Now here you have to type the ng. Now your project is open. Okay. You have to go to the relevant directory. So you have to change directory cd cred frontend. So you have to go to this inside this folder. Inside this folder, you have to run the application. Right. So here you have to open up your application. Here you have to select Y. You have to task the analytics. Yes. Now you can your front end application is loaded. Now here your Angular live server is running on this port. I'm copy this URL. Just copy it and paste on the browser. Now your CRUD front end is running here. You can run the front end. Okay, so I have a spelling wrong here. Front end. Okay, it's no problem. Now here your Angular dashboard is running successfully. After that, what you are going to do is I'm going to open up this your project into the VS Code editor. Go to your project directory. This is your project. Double click and open it. CMD code space dot. It is open up your VS Code editor. After open up the project, you can see here, this is the project structure. You can see Angular, this is the project structure, this is node modules. So all the modules are there. Right. Now what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to go to create the new component, right? So how to create a new component? This is your project. So I'm going to create a new component. You have to go here, type this command, ng's employee create, customer create. I'm going to create here, this one should be there, which you have to paste it over here. Ng serve. If you want to write like this, you can write like this. Ng generate component. This is a short form you have to write. Ng generate component. Your component is custom. Customer. Right. Okay. Now you have to wait until the customer component has been created. You have to wait until get created. You have to wait it. Now here the component has been created. Let's back to our project. Your component reside on src app. Here you have a customer folder. Inside the customer folder, we have a component. Here your component has been created. HTML, CSS, TS file. The component folder. Click on here. Here we have a user interface. You have designed user interface over here, right? So here component folder. First, what I'm going to do is you have a HTML file, right? Here customer dot TS file. This one should be the logic. Your coding part will be covered about here. First, what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to go to simply we have a div tag. So you can see the simple code. Right? It's a registration. Here you can see the simple code. Card registration. So simple bootstrap implementation, right? So here you can see here first you have to install the bootstrap after that. Okay, before you have to add the form, you have to add the bootstrap. So how to write the bootstrap? Install the bootstrap in Angular npm install bootstrap. Bootstrap. You have to type like this. Has been installed successfully. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the bootstrap style. So you have to write this style. You have to paste it over here. This style. Import bootstrap. The bootstrap is reside on here. So you can see here inside the node module you have a bootstrap. So you can see here. You go to the node modules. You can see the bootstrap. The bootstrap is there. Right here you have to give the path in your style.scs file. Here it is reside on SCS file is reside on here. Style.scs, right? Here you have to give the path. Okay, you have to give the path. Right, perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this is the file you have to give the path. Okay, right? So this is the file you have to give the path. Right. Now what I'm going to say, I'm going to go to this not here, right here, right? Give the path to style.scss, right? Now here I'm going to make the design, form design, right? So you have to go to, now you can go to any design you can write over here, right? So here first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this is design. I simply write in a design, right? So I just copy and paste it. You write yourself because this one should be the front end, right? So I'll be explaining it. Okay. So whatever design, this is simple HTML form, right? Yeah, I think you already know how to design the HTML form, right? So that I don't want to explain here again, right? Here I already know about how to write the HTML form, so that I write. Okay, perfect. Now let's, this one also we have to remove it. Right, right. So right now here, this is your design, right? Simple design, right? You can go to the Google and type here if you want to get the form. You just go to the Google and type bootstrap form. You can get the nice form look. The same form you just copy and paste here, right? If I write and explain this one, it take too much of time to complete the project. That's why I just copy and paste this code. Okay, so here also you have to go to the bootstrap, the right bootstrap form. You can get it here. You can type bootstrap form. You can get the form. You can click here. You can get the form. This is how you can get the form of bootstrap. Okay, you can get the form. This code you can just copy and paste it. The same code I just modify it. Simple here. The form. You have to write the this all things here. The label, say input box. Okay, so here we have to create the div tag here, right? Div container empty form, right? The div is started here. Close it here, right? After the inside the div, we have to create the heading. Just heading, right? Employee registration. After that, we have to create the simple form. The form is started. Close it over here. After inside the form, we have to create the form. We have a three fields: name, address, and mobile, right? So here after that, you can see here this line. We forgot about this line. Here I'm going to explain again, right? Don't worry. This line, you have a problem. This is very much, this line if you add it as a must. Okay, when you do the Angular application, right. This one we get rid of these lines, right. So here, this line I am going to remove it, right. Now you can see the simple fields here, simple bootstrap fields. These three are simple bootstrap fields. Okay, this mobile, address, and name. We have one submit button, one event which called as save. After that, we have to create a simple table, right? After div, okay, this is a table name uh, employee table. We have a four columns, three columns with one option. We have four columns with one option. Option means edit and delete button. Okay, that's the thing we have delete. Right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the our TS file where we have write the codes. Okay, we have write the codes. Okay, TS file. Okay, TS file we have write the codes. Okay, TS, this is the main file. So first what I'm going to do is first I'm going to all things I just copy the variable name first. But I'll be explaining. Don't worry about that. Now here we have to create the variables. This one should be able to change it. First variable create as array. Here we have to load the table customer array. This one false right here. Name, I'm going to change this one as a customer name. You have to customer. You can change customer name. This one should be customer address. The both are string. Mobile should be the number, right? These are the fields. This customer ID. Right. Okay, that's the field we have to do it. After that, what I'm going to do is, right, go to the main file app.model.ts. We have to import these models. You have to add these fields. If in order to work with the forms in the bootstrap forms, you have to add the form, right, form data, right, form, not form data, form module. So to import the form module. comma HTTP, and you have to HTTP client. So you have to write here this one HTTP client module. You have to import here, comma you have to write HTTP client model. So you have to import the namespace over here. This one you have to paste it over here, right? Okay, HTTP client. This is the way. This is the imports. We have to write the APIs, HTTP request. It is handling by this API. This handling the form request, we are handling the form module. Right? This one import is very must. This form module and HTTP client module. Now let's back to our customer component over here. Right now here, I need another important stuff is this one. We have needed this one. ng form module this one. Right, we have tried this one ng model name, ng model option standalone true. Okay, this is must. Okay, if you are using the what is the value you type on this particular text field, it will store in the ng model. So you have tried here also customer name. This field so I created customer name variable. I have already created in our ts file. Okay, here this ts file, this variable. So you have to second field is a customer address. So the same thing, you just copy it, paste over here. This one should be the customer address. So where's the ts file? Customer address. Same thing, Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. This one should be the custom mobile. The field is a mobile. Copy it. This one should be the mobile. Perfect. Right. Now we are set to all the fields. When you click the save button, it goes to the save method. Right? Save and update both are doing one function. So here, after that, what you are going to do is, after that, what I'm going to do is, here let's back to our project. Here, this one constructor, this one you have to copy it and paste it over here. Okay, the HTTP client model, you have to import it. This import from the common HTTP, right? The request is coming, right? Here we have to, first what I'm going to do is, I have to explain it. Not have to all the code I copy it. Here, this one, all things. I explain it, don't worry about that one. I'll be explain it, don't worry about that. This all the source code I provide and paste it over here. Then you will be easily understand these things. Otherwise, it take too much time to complete the project, right? Right. Now what I'm going to do is, now I'll be explain it. Don't worry about that. Right. Now let's back to our codes. Right. Now here you can see here, first things we have to save the records, right? First we have to first I'm going to explain the save record. Once you add the records, click save button, it goes to the save method, right? So go to the ts file, it goes to the ts file. Here you can see the save method. Here this save method, the employee current employee, this current customer ID. I have written right. The save method, first you have to check whether IDs exist or not. If it exists, if it is not exist, go to the register. Otherwise update. Okay, I have explained this one deeply in few minutes. Okay, so here first register button. When you click the save method, it goes to register method. Register method means you have to add the records into the database, right? So here this is the register method. Register method, how the register method work, you can see here. Let's body data. Here you have to add this field is a database. Okay, your data means your controller, what is the name you are typing, what is the name you are typing on the controller, you write customer name, customer address, what is the name you are given in the postman, we are check the postman, this is the request you are check. So customer address, this one should be the mobile, right? Here also the form fields also we have to give the same name. Okay, we gave here customer name, customer address, mobile, the same name here given. These fields are set into what is the request. We have set the request over here, right? So what I'm going to do is here, let's open up the Spring Boot project and run it. So I already changed the path. So go to the my directory where we have put it the F drive, where Spring project, Spring project, Spring cred. Here is a front end, it's a back end. So it's back end. Click here, this one. This one should be our project. Here to import that. This is how you browse and get the project again. And we have to run the project first, right? Back end, we have to run it. Then only we will be able to test the API, right? So this is all the stuff. This is a registration part. So on the update and all the things I just, what I'm going to do is, we have to control slash, we have to comment, we make the comment. Okay, now let's test it only these things only, this method. This also I'm control, you have to comment it. We will be check first the registration link whether it's working fine or not, right? This is how we have to work, right? So this one you have to check it. Now let's let's check it. So here I'm going to this one also, the all things I comment it, right? Now let's check it, right? The project is open up. Let's run the application. Click run button. Now after run the application, you can check this one. Okay, this is the API. Okay, the port, what is the port we have to assign? We give the port as, this is a port we give, right? So let's go back to my API here. Here you have to given here is a port is 4, right? That's our API, right? So here you have to write this one, get employee. Second one is a, you can click this one. You have to write this one, right? Here also we have to write this API, get all customers. Second one should be the control. What is the control? We have to get the control. This one should be the get all customers. When the request is coming, you have to load the application, right? So get all, your version, get all customers. It's API request. Place it over here. Get, what is the API you have to return here? Get all customers. Right. Get the links, right? So you have to create the array. You have to create the array already. Customer array. It's a customer array, right? Customer array. You have to pass it over here. This customer array data. It passing to the relevant table. Go back to over here. HTML form. Our HTML form. Here we have to go to the table. Name, address, mobile number. Here this one should be the customer array. Customer item. Copy and paste customer item. So the customer item name, customer address, mobile. So this one should be the, you have to write customer name. This customer, yes. Sorry, not this one. Customer item. Customer item, customer item, customer item. This one should be the customer name. Name, customer address, some mobile, right? This is load up, right? Okay, this one should be our edit and delete button. This one should be customer item, customer item. This function and two function we have created when you click the edit and delete button. So let's back to our programming. This is the our get all customers. You must change the customers. Right. Don't know this all the source code I provide you. Customers, right? Get all customers, right? When the request is coming, it's load the customers table. What's error coming? Get all customers. Right. Now here we have the name. This all the fields I'm going to, after add the record we have to this name this customer name blank, you have to clear, address clear, mobile number need to clear. These all things we need to clear. Right, perfect. Perfect. These things are perfect. Save all. Get all customer. This you have to add this keyword. That's why the error should be there, right? Now here we have to, another thing is you have to set this all the things you have to enable. This all things you have to enable. You have to work it now. Okay, now you have to another thing is when you click the, we have to set this also update. When you click the edit button, record should be shown to the form. So here is all the name. We have to change just the customer name, customer address, and mobile. This one customer name, customer address, customer mobile. This one should be the current employee ID. Current employee ID. Right. This is a current employee ID. What is the ID? Okay. Right. Now here we have to write customer name, address, mobile. Customer name, customer name. Right. Even a customer. Right. Here update function. How the update function work is. Here write this one. The save. Put it here. This one should be the update. Right. Here update. Get the ID and update the records. So these are all the things you have to do it here as well. The same code. The same clear. These are all the things you have to clear. You have to paste it over here. The update code works. Right. Okay, get the records and updates. So delete. So delete the thing is also the delete API works. So the same thing. Copy it. Okay, this one should be the delete. Update here to delete. The delete API works. That's it. This also the things. After this the record, we have to clear all the things. That's it. That's the thing you have to write. Okay. Now let's check all the things are fine. Save all. Back to your code. We have to run the code still. All right. Now let's run again. Then the code's running and run again. For the port, we accidentally close the application. That's why it's right. So we have to write this localhost. The support where it's running. We are trying for here. We haven't set the path. Go to the app.html here. Control A to select all. Control A delete. You have to give the selector over here. Selector. We have to give the selector. Simply. This is where the selector. This is the selector. TS file. Sorry. TS file. App custom. This is the selector. Click on this. Select this one. CSS. You have to paste it over here. Open curly bracket and close curly bracket. That's it. After that, I have small changes in my update part. So go to the customer.cs. So here look at this one. Here we don't have a current ID here. You can see, go to the this update control. You can see on the URL coming like this. Okay, so here delete key only we have to add the ID. So here we have update part. We have to change the mapping also, put mapping. Right? You have to change this one. Okay. Here this is if you want to add the record, it's a post mapping. Get the records, get mapping. Update the record, put mapping. Delete the record, delete mapping. Keep in your mind. I want to make a simple changes. Right? Now let's back to our front end. So back end. So front end. Right? So right now again I'm going to run the application. If you have done any changes, don't control S save. You have to run the application back. Then only the application is running, only it will be applying. Okay, here stop and run. So your project is built and running. Okay, this is a thing you have to do it. This is a troubleshooting. Spring Boot. Okay, if you are not doing like that, your program is will not work. Okay, you have to do what I follow the instruction. Right now, let's back to our front end code snipped. So here you can see I have written here with the ID. So we no need the ID. So we only the things we need. Only thing have same part whatever it same thing have write. There's no compile error. The only the thing body. The same thing here also we have write body. Keep the body part only. Comma body. That's it. That's the only thing you have write. The update part as well. Right. Now here I have to add the in our postman we check the ID. So customer here also we have a field called customer ID. Customer ID we are getting from where this customer ID. You have to pass it okay. That's the only thing you have to do it. That's it. Now let's check save all. Just save all. The program is working. Back to your code. Back to your program. Now I'm going to add the new record. Add the record as Peter. Address India. Mobile number something like that. Click submit button. Employee registration is successfully perfect. Here newly created employee created this display over here. If you click edit button, if you make the changes, click submit button. It won't work. So let's back. What is the problem? Right here. This I have put it in the backend put mapping. So your change as is put. Let's save all. Back it here. Refresh it. Now let's check. So here Peter John India USA 121212. Click submit button. Here employee registration updated. Here John USA it's updated successfully. If you want to delete the record, if you click delete, record has been deleted. Here you can see. If you click the edit button, all the raw record will be go over here. You will be make the changes. Submit successfully. Perfect. Right. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubt, ask me anytime. If you love my channel, please subscribe me, like me. Thank you for watching.